So currently I'm developing my private label product, the cast iron bread pan, and soon in 2024 I will launch it on Amazon in the US. I recently received a sample with all the accessories from the Chinese manufacturer to check the quality, and I showed all of this in my previous video. And currently I've designed my logo for the product. So when I was trying to figure out what type of logo I'd like to include on my product, I simply asked ChatGPT, giving all the details about the suggestions. I gave the prompt to come out with all the suggestions of various types of logo, to choose one of them, and I gave this long prompt. As you can see here, there were many details. I explained what type of illustration I like to include on the packaging and so on, and based on that I want to get the best results that could fit my packaging, and I got all those results, as you can see, and I was simply copying the whole logo suggestion, and then I was pasting it here in the Midjourney AI that is used to generate various illustration, and I was pasting these suggestions here, and based on that the Midjourney was creating for me all those illustrations. As you can see here, there are flames and many other patterns, and I decided I want a logo that symbolizes the flame because I want to create the brand story behind my product, the story that is related to the past, when our ancestors were baking the bread, when they were feeding the families, all that type of stuff. So in the past, people who initiated the tradition of baking the bread, they were using simply the campfire or the stove that was fueled by fire to bake the bread. So that's why I decided to create a logo like that. And in the first step I created various sketches. As you can see here, here you can see 3 of them, but I created much more than that, and I decided I like this sketch, so based on that I started creating my logo. So I simply used Adobe Illustrator to create this logo for me. So it looks something like that. I can separate everything, and then I decided to create a brand name, and again I asked ChatGPT about the suggestions. So I gave the prompt, now create brand name suggestions for this bread pan, but make it sound unique to make sure that names like that are not trademark registered, and also make it sound more generic and universal, just in case if I would decide to sell other than bread pan product under this brand. And I got various suggestions, but I wanted something more generic, and in my opinion these suggestions were too much related to bread baking, so I gave another prompt, give me more generic suggestions for a wide range of products. So I got all these results, and this one caught my attention, Infinite Fusion, but I wanted something more original, more unique, and it's just a combination of 2 simple words. So I gave another prompt, give me more names related to Infinite Fusion, and again I received various words that were combination usually of 2 words, and I didn't like it, and I gave another prompt, give me more singular simple words that are built from infinite and fusion, and here I got another result, and I really like this one, Infusionary. This caught my attention immediately. So I checked in the USPTO, which is the trademark database in the US, and I simply chose the word mark and paste the word Infusionary in here, and I checked whether there are trademarks like that registered, and here you can see no results found, so it's a very good sign. So I decided I will use that name. So then in the next step I needed to combine the word Infusionary with the logo that I created, but I don't have any professional skills at logo designing, at using Adobe Illustrator, so I decided to hire someone to improve this logo for me. So simply on Fiverr I typed a message here where I inform what I want to improve in this logo, and then I clicked continue, and people who are specializing in logo designing, they could see my message, and they started reaching out to me, and one of the guys proposed me to do it for 10 euro, which is a good price. This logo only required some small tweaks, nothing crazy, so there was not much work that needed to be included in this, and he created various versions for me, and finally I decided to choose this one, and I'm very satisfied with the results. It's very simple. I always focus on simplicity when it comes to creating logo, and this one is perfect in my opinion. And before I did that, I also asked ChatGPT whether the word Infusionary fits good for my type of product, and he gave me some pros and cons why this is the good brand name for this product, but there might be some disadvantages of it. And then I gave the prompt, I want to create a story for this brand relating to the times of our ancestors who initiated the bread baking tradition, as this is the story that I want to include for this product. So I asked whether this is the good type of brand name in the context of the story I want to provide, and ChatGPT replied that absolutely this is the great name, and so on. So that's how I decided that I will use the name Infusionary. Now I am looking for the sketch designer to create the final sketch of this product for me. So I explained everything what I want to include in this sketch. So I sent all the logos that needs to be included in this sketch and so on. I also told them that they might also present their own concept on this sketch if they think that they might create something good from their own point of view. I'm open to it, and I've sent many messages and I got many replies. So now I will be reading all of that, and it'll take some time to choose the final designer for creating this illustration. And I also told all these designers that I want my sketch to be based on this product, and this one has 10 inches in diameter without handles, and this is the exact size that I want my product to have. And when the sketch will be ready, I send it to the Chinese manufacturer, and they will decide whether they can create the design with dimensions based on this sketch. But if they won't be able, then I will hire a designer to create the final design in AutoCAD with all the dimensions, and then I will send this design to the Chinese manufacturer, and then they will create the final product with the unique design. It will be then ready to order in bulk. So I'm still waiting for the second sample from the second manufacturer, and it yet didn't arrive, which is annoying. I expected this to arrive sooner, but it's still not here. If this won't arrive for me, then I will issue the request for the refund, as I paid for this sample over $140, which is, for me, it's a lot of money, so I cannot just throw out money like that. But maybe this will arrive, hopefully tomorrow, I will see. So now I'll be reading the messages from all these sketch designers, and I will be deciding which one of them to choose.